Pregnant Texas mother accused of trying to sell her baby to highest bidder on Facebook. A woman in Texas has been arrested after allegedly attempting to sell her newborn baby to the highest bidder on Facebook, according to authorities. The investigation began on September 23 when Houston police received a report that 21-year-old Juniper Bryson was trying to sell her baby on a Facebook group called Mothers Giving Birth Looking for Adoptive Parents. The group aims to connect biological mothers with potential adoptive parents. Bryson reportedly said she was in Houston but was willing to travel there to hand over the child if arrangements could be made. Just days earlier, on September 21, Bryson allegedly reached out to a family member to ask if they knew of any families interested in adopting. During the conversation, Bryson is said to have revealed that her baby would test positive for drugs and claimed that she could not keep the child. The family member posted on Facebook that a relative was looking for a foster parent because she did not want the child to go into the foster system. Bryson's relatives told police that after she posted on Facebook, Bryson repeatedly mentioned that anyone who wanted to adopt the child would have to pay her back. According to investigators, ABC 13 reported that Bryson allegedly sent him a photo of the food she was trying to order, and he sent her money, a total of $25, via Apple Pay to complete the food delivery, the charging document reads. The prospective parent stated that 3.5 hours into the trip to Houston, she asked them to send her $150. Ultimately, the couple returned to Louisiana, but it is unclear whether they outright refused her request for money. Court records indicate that Bryson allegedly said, "If the baby isn't worth $200 to them, then let them go to hell," though it is unclear who she said this to or in what context. Bryson allegedly told a family member that she needed money to move into an apartment so I can work and pick up my daughter, or a cheap deposit, or any car to do DoorDash from different places. Nothing crazy, according to court records. Court records also show that another woman was present at the hospital when Bryson gave birth because she was hoping to adopt the baby. The woman told authorities that she had contacted Bryson about her unborn child at the time because she was licensed to adopt and foster children. After a conversation, the woman went to the hospital because it seemed that Bryson would give birth earlier than expected. At the hospital, the woman said Bryson gave birth on September 24, and after conducting tests, the hospital confirmed the baby had drugs in its system. Officials said Bryson posted a photo of the newborn on Facebook and tagged the woman, after which the woman began receiving messages asking, "Did you buy her baby?" It wasn't until the woman realized what was happening and reported the screenshot of the original Facebook post to a nurse and contacted Child Protective Services, CPS. At that point, the woman said Bryson did not ask her for compensation but knew that the 21-year-old had asked other women for money, according to the documents. The woman reported that after seeing Bryson's phone, she learned that Bryson was waiting for the highest bidder in exchange for her son. Court documents state that after investigating Bryson's phone, it was revealed she had contacted multiple people asking for money if they wanted to adopt her child. Some individuals said they were struggling with infertility. "I'm interested. I'm 29, have a high-paying job, and a brick house," one prospective adoptive parent said, according to court records. "My fiancé and I want to start our own family, but due to infertility, it's not easy. Please feel free to reach out." Wendy Williams, who lives in Houston, was one of the many who responded to the Facebook post. When Williams learned Bryson was in labor on September 23, she said she called an Uber to take her from the hotel where she was staying to the hospital to meet Bryson. The baby was born at 2 a.m. on September 24. Williams, who was also adopted, said she stayed with Bryson for 8 hours while she was in labor and remained in the hospital for a total of 3 days. "I felt a real bond between a mother and a child," Williams recalled. "I felt a connection as if the baby were my own." Court records show the baby tested positive for drugs after birth. Williams said she witnessed Bryson going through drug withdrawal in the hospital. "I just thought this was someone in a really bad situation," Williams explained. "The drugs had taken over, and she just wanted to get better." Bryson allowed Williams and her husband to name the baby. Both parties also signed legal documents giving them decision-making authority for the child. The documents were notarized. Bryson said that while still at the hospital, she posted on Facebook that she had found a home for the baby and tagged Williams. Many people started commenting on really ugly things, Williams recalled. "How dare you sell this baby? And then they tagged me, how dare you buy this baby?" Williams said she was confused because the issue of payment had never been discussed. She asked Bryson about it. "Hey, what is this? You know, a lot of people are sending me screenshots of this. What's going on?" Williams said she asked Bryson. "Right then, she had the nurse escort me out of the room, and I did. I was escorted downstairs with the gifts my family had brought to the hospital." Williams said she contacted CPS, which led to police involvement. Bryson was handcuffed and escorted out of the hospital under a public arrest warrant days after giving birth. Williams said that before leaving, Bryson revoked her parental rights. "I also think she felt betrayed," Williams said. "She knew I had reported her and CPS was coming. That could have been a trigger for her." Williams, who said she is a licensed foster parent, attended the court hearing when the baby was discharged, hoping to regain custody. She said a judge awarded the baby to a friend of Bryson's. ABC 13 reached out to the Texas Department of Family and Protective Services, DFPS, about Bryson, but they said they could not comment on specific cases. In any case where a child is in state custody, family members or friends are considered first for placement, a DFPS spokesperson said. Ultimately, the decision regarding where the child is placed rests with the court. Williams has not given up hope that she may become the child's mother again. "It's heartbreaking, not just because we couldn't save the baby, but I think the safety of my son is certainly the most important," Williams said. Online jail records show Bryson has been charged with child trafficking and is being held in the Harris County Jail. Bryson's bail was initially set at $30,000, but was raised to $60,000. The case has taken an even more heartbreaking turn, as the newborn boy, who tested positive for drugs at birth, has been placed with a friend of Bryson's, rather than remaining with Williams and her husband. Williams, who had bonded with the infant during the birth, has expressed her intent to fight for custody, though experts say it will be an uphill battle given her own involvement in the unlawful adoption attempts. Bryson's defense attorney plans to argue that her troubled background and addiction issues should be considered as mitigating factors in the case. However, the overwhelming evidence against her, including the numerous Facebook messages and correspondence with prospective adoptive parents, makes a trial unlikely. The prosecutor may opt for a plea bargain that could result in a felony conviction and probation, rather than a lengthy prison sentence. In addition to the child trafficking charge she currently faces, Bryson's criminal history includes prior arrests for assaulting a family member and unauthorized use of a vehicle, though those cases were ultimately dismissed. This troubled past likely played a role in the events that unfolded in the days leading up to her son's birth on September 24. As this disturbing case continues to unfold, it highlights the desperate measures that some mothers will take when faced with addiction, poverty, and the threat of losing a child to the foster care system. Juniper Bryson's story is a tragic reminder of the urgent need for comprehensive support systems and mental health resources to help vulnerable families in crisis, and to prevent such heartbreaking incidents from occurring in the first place.